Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, maybe good morning, good night. I'm Weiyang. Somebody also call me Robert, and I'm an adjunct professor in University of Houston. I'm a math and physics PhD, and I already taught physics, calculus in the colleges more than 20 years. So I already tutored hundreds of thousands, hundreds, maybe a few hundred, nearly 1,000 students for their physics and math subjects. So today I'm very happy to share with you the AP Physics 2 subject and their exams, and also show you how to prepare the AP Physics 2 test. So this is my agenda. First, I'll introduce to AP Physics 2. What is AP Physics 2? What is the content in the AP Physics 2? So second, I'll show you AP Physics 2 exam. What is a test? What is the form? What is the time? Then what kind of problem you need to prepare. Then the third one, I'll give you the tips to prepare AP Physics 2 exam. Then the last one, it's Q&A section. So AP Physics 2, totally they have 7 units. Unit 1, that's fluids, include pressure and forces. Unit 2, that's thermodynamics. Unit 3, that's electric forces, field, and potential. Unit 4, that's electric circuits. Then Unit 5, that's magnetism and electromagnetic induction. Unit 6, that's geometric and physical optics. Unit 7, that's quantum, atomic, and nuclear physics. Okay, so this is content. They will appear in the AP Physics 2 exam. Now, here, that's details. So say Unit 1, that's fluid, pressure, and forces. In this one, you learn the characteristic of fluid and how a fluid internal structure and the interaction define these characteristics. So the topic included fluid system, density, pressure and forces, fluids, and fluid free body diagram. Free body diagram is very, very important. Almost every AP Physics test, like AP Physics 1, AP Physics 2, and AP Physics C, you need to know how to draw free body diagrams and how to analyze. And Boyle's conservation of energy in fluid flow, conservation of mass flow rate in fluids. This part, it's about 10% to 12% of exam score. If this score is 100, then Unit 1 will cover about 10 to 12 points. Unit 2, that's thermodynamics. In this unit, you need to learn the heat, temperature, and thermal energy in Texas, such as heat engines, heat pumps, and refrigerators. The topic may include thermodynamic systems, pressure, thermal equilibrium, and ideal gas law. Thermodynamics and forces, heat and energy transform, thermodynamics and collisions, probability, thermal equilibrium, and entropy. This part of knowledge covers about 12 to 18% in the exam, okay? For unit 3, that's electric forces, field, and potential. In this unit, you need to learn the electromagnetic mechanism by getting familiar with fundamental concepts such as electric charge and electric forces. The topic may include electric systems and charge distribution. This part that includes friction, conduction, and induction, electric permittivity, electric forces, and free body diagrams, gravitational and electric magnetic forces, electric charges and fields, conservation of electric energy. This part of test cover 18 to 22% of the exam. So then you can see this part is really, really important, okay? They have almost 20 to 22%. Unit 4, that's electric circuits. This part, then you need to learn the behavior of charged particles and the components of circuits, the path that electric current travels on. The topic may include definition and conservation of electric charge, resistivity and resistance, and capacitance, Kirchhoff's loop rule, Kirchhoff's junction rule, and the conservation of electric charge. This part of exam that's cover about 10 to 14% of exam score, okay? Then now let's go to unit 5. Unit 5, that's magnetism and electromagnetic induction. In this unit, you need to build up your knowledge of electrostatic forces and fields to explore the relationships between moving electric charges, electric currents, and magnetic forces and fields they generate. The topics may include magnetic systems, magnetic permeability, and magnetic dipole moment. Also include vector and scalar fields, monopole and dipole fields, and magnetic fields and forces, forces review, magnetic flux. And this unit cover about 10 to 12% of text scores. So unit 6, that's geometric and physical optics. In this unit, you need to learn the different ways of thinking about modeling electromagnetic waves or light. The topic may include waves, electromagnetic waves, periodic waves, reflection, and absorption, images from lenses and mirrors, interference and diffractions. On the exam, this cover about 12 to 14% of exam score. So then last unit, unit 7, that's quantitative, atomic, and nuclear physics. In this unit, you will be introduced to the concepts of modern physics and learn how these new models can resolve the conflicts and questions that Newtonian physics could not answer. Okay, this is modern physics. That's different from the classic physics. So in this unit, the topics may include systems and fundamental forces, radioactive decay, energy in modern physics, energy in radioactive decay, and this formula, very famous formula, Einstein formula, energy E equals m times c squared. Then mass and energy equivalence, properties of waves and particles, photoelectric effect, wave function, and probability. This part of knowledge cover about 10 to 12% of exam score. Okay, so this is a total contents in the AP Physics 2 test. Now, let's say second part, that what kind of forms, what kind of problems in the AP Physics 2 exam. You know, they have three, every year they have three AP Physics 2 exam. The one it's on early or late May exams. This one's a paper form, okay? Another one it's on early June exam. That's digital, okay? That's you take it on computer online. Actually for the paper, they should have 2 times, okay? So then later I will show you the exact date and time. So the problems in the AP Physics 2 test divided 2 parts, 2 sections. Section 1 called multiple choices. They have 50 questions. The time, that's 1 hour, 30 minutes. That's 50% of exam score, okay? The questions are either discrete questions or question sets, okay? So that may be the question, this question only based on the one question. They ask you one question, then go to another one. Maybe that's question set. They give you some description of this problem. After that, they ask you a few questions. That's called a question set, in which students are provided with stimulus or a set of data and a series of related questions. That's called a question set. The section included 5 individual multi-selected questions. 2 options are correct, okay? They also included 5 individual multi-select questions. You know, the first 45, that's single selection, okay? You only need to choose one, okay? Only one is correct. The last 5, they have 2 options are correct, okay? That's multi-selected questions. So section 2, that's called free response. Free response, that's ask you write how you solve this problem. You need a derive, like what is the formula used, how you plug the numbers, then how you get the result, okay? In this part, we have 5 questions. Time is also 1 hour, 30 minutes. The score is also 50% of the exam score, okay? This section contains 5 free response questions of following type. This one type, that's experimental design, that have 1 question. And quantitative translation, this have one question. Then third tab, that's short answer. Paragraph argument, that's one question. Then the short answer have two questions. Totally, we have 4 types of questions in this section. Their experimental design, that's one question. Qualitative or quantitative translation, that's one question. Short answer, that's paragraph argument, that's one question. And short answer, that's 2 questions. This for the paper test. We also have another test that's called digital. Digital, they also have 2 sections. Section 1, multiple choices. They have 50 questions, 1 hour, 30 minutes time limits, and score also 50% of the exam score. That's same, okay? Same with a paper test. Section 2, okay, give me a second. Section 2, that's also the multi-choice and free response. These have 50% of exam score. Then here you have multiple choices. Here they have 25% of test score, have 25 questions, okay? So this part, they give you 45 minutes, okay? This part is different with paper test, okay? This one here, they have multiple choices. They have 25 questions, give you 45 minutes. Then they have free response, that's 25% of exam score. That's 2 questions. They give you 45 minutes. This section contains 2 free response questions of following type. One is quantitative or quantitative translation question. Another is short answer paragraph argument question. Okay, these 2 questions. So then you can think, if you really good at solve the multiple choices problem, probably digital test is more suited for you, okay? If you can show your work, okay, and solve the free response problem better, maybe paperwork is more suitable for you, okay? Then let's say for the test, May 7th, 12 p.m., that's AP Physics 2 paper, okay? This test in school. And another one, it's on May 25th, that's Tuesday. This first one is Friday, also 12 p.m., test in school. For the digital test, that's on June 10th, 4 p.m. East time. And this one you can test in school or at home, okay? You can, for the paper test, you can only do it at school, okay? So we have 2 paper tests, 1 digital test. So here is an example. It's a multiple choice questions. So this question give you the 2 solid spheres of radius r made of the same type of steel are placed in contact as shown in the figure above. The magnitude of gravitational force that are exerted on each other is F1. When 2 other solid spheres of radius 3r made of this steel are placed in contact, what is the magnitude of gravitational force that they exert on each other? Okay, so they give you this two steel balls with the radius r here. Suppose the gravitational force act on each other, that's F1. Then they ask you, suppose they change the radius of each ball from r to 3r. Then they ask you, what is the gravitational force between that two bigger spheres, steel spheres? So this one, actually, you need to know the formula for the gravitational force. Let me show you. This one should, you need to know the force one, that's equals G m1 times m2, then divided by r squared, right? Okay, so then you can say here, this one's r, right? So when you can say, where's my mouth? Okay, then when the radius become 3 times of the original one, then what is mass? Mass, that's equals, you know, that's equals volume times density, right? So you can see here, okay, I found my mouth here, okay? So mass, that's equals density times volume. When radius becomes 3 of them, then the mass will be radius cube, because volume, that's equals 4/3 times pi r cube. So this one will equals 27 little the m, right? Then you can plug here the force. Suppose the force between these two big balls, that will be G, that's still same. That will be 27m times 27m, then divided by r. R, that will be, so this one, that's here, that's 2r, right? Original, that's 2r. Then this one, that will be, it says 3r, 3r, that was 6r. 6r then square, right? So then you can calculate that one. Let's say simplify 27 times 27, then 36, then r squared. Then say this one, we use 3. We use 3, that's 9, right? This one's 9. This one will be 12. Then this one, the 9. This one will be 4. You know, the original one, that's that will be, you know, this distance, actually, that's 2. That's 2r. This one square. This square is here. So because the distance between this two balls, that's 2r, right? So 2r parentheses squared, that's 4r. 4r squared. So then you say that should be 9 times 9, 81. So the answer is D, okay? Okay, so this how you solve these problems. Okay. Now, for the free response question didn't exist. Okay, then they give you this description of this problem. Then they ask you, say, indicate whether H1 is greater than less than or equals to 1 meter. Okay, they ask you choose. Then B, explain how H1 can be calculated. You need not actually do the calculation, but provide complete instructions so that another student could use them to calculate H1. So then they ask you describe what's your idea. You don't have to be calculate exactly, but you need to have the idea how to calculate that. And C, the student now swing backward toward the starting point at the lowest point of the motion. The student drop the water drag indicates whether the new maximum height that select reached greater than, later than, or equal to H1. So you need to know which one is your choice. You don't have to exactly to calculate, but you need to have the idea. So then now let's see the tips to prepare the AP Physics 2 test. First, you need to learn the knowledge point that will be appeared in the exam. So that means you need to learn the textbook, okay? What is the knowledge they will test you? You need to know, otherwise how you take the test, right? And also, my suggest you need to understand the most important, that's understand the concepts and the laws and the theorems, okay? Then also very important, that's practice with past exam problems, okay? I suggest finish all of the past exam problems, at least 10 set of. You start from last year, go forward, go backwards 10 years, finish at least 10 sets of the past problems, exam sets, okay? Then also you need familiar the formulas you need to use. In the test, they will give you this, but you need to know which one you need to use, which variable they represent. Otherwise, they give you, but you don't know how to use it in the test. You need to prepare. Go at it one by one, understand what is this question, what does this formula do? What is the meaning of each variable here? What is their unit? Okay, when you can use this formula to calculate the problems, okay? You need to do that. Then let's go to the QA section. That's all my presentation here. If you still like to learn, I will give another section later in the near future. So now we have a QA section. If you have any question, you can ask. I'm happy to answer your question here. So, you know, after I tutor a lot of students, I found that the physics actually is the most important, it's most difficult subject for the student to learn. That's because a lot of concepts, it's hard to understand. Also, most of students are very busy. They don't have time to practice, try to solve the problems. Especially, you know, in the US, the students start from the kindergarten, they always try to do the multiple choice problem. They just learn how to circle A, B, C, D, but they don't know how to describe their idea, how to design their idea to solve a problem, show their work. That's most students need to learn. So then for the free response part, that's very difficult for most of students. So then I think you need to do more practice for the free response part. And another thing I want to, because that's very important for everybody. So it's fair. So then, even you did not feel really confident, but compared with others, maybe you're better. So then you still can get a good score in the AP Physics. So I'm suggesting don't be frustrated. Just practice every day, then you become better and better. In the test, even you cannot answer some problems, that's fine. Because the most problem, it's difficult for everybody. If you cannot answer, maybe the other people also don't know how to do it. And always try your best. Then I believe you still can get a good score in the AP Physics. So any questions? So the time is very limited, right? Today it's already April 21st. The first AP Physics 2 test, that's on May 7th. So it's only like less than 3 weeks. So I think the most important thing, review the formulas for the AP Physics, okay? Understand each formulas, okay? When you can use them, and then do the practice problems, okay? Use the past AP Physics 2 problems, do your practice. That's most efficient way, okay? Because every year the problem is very similar, okay? That's what I want to show you. That's my suggestion, okay? If you have any question, you can just drop us your question here. So for the AP Physics 2, my idea is experience AP Physics 2 actually is easier. It's easier to get a good score than AP Physics 1. Because AP Physics 1, usually people think that's very easy, right? That's classic Newton's mechanics, and the concept, everything is easy to understand. So also more people take the AP Physics 1 test. So that's make AP Physics 1, it's hard to get 5 points. But for AP Physics 2, you have fewer students take AP Physics 2. And also AP Physics 2, it's the most part that electromagnetics and fluids and modern physics, that's more difficult materials. So it's difficult for everybody. So then make that actually it's easier to get 5 points in the AP Physics 2 test. So if you have any questions, you can drop your question here. You can also contact with me directly. And I'm a tutor in the Wyzant, you can search me. My name, that's Robert Yan. Okay, in Wyzant, you can search Robert Yan.